Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we have an interesting topic of money, and we will be discussing money from the point of view of ancient wisdom of Kabbalah. And my name is Teresa. I am in Prague, and I am here with Yehuda, who is in Miami. And I think that money, it relates to everyone, and everyone wants to know the deeper secrets. So my first question is, what is the purpose, like the spiritual purpose of money?
Okay, thank you very much, Teresa. Thank you for everybody for joining us. First of all, what is money? What is money? First of all, we all the time talk in Kabbalah that the source of all sources is the light of the Creator. So everything, any form of energy that manifests in this physical world, whether it's the ocean or the plants or animals or human beings or the atoms that we see that we don't see, but they're everywhere. Everything is infused with the light force of the Creator. The same thing is with money. Money, from being a form of coins or bills or papers, pieces of papers, become more something like crypto, becomes more something like a number in the bank. It becomes very virtual, in fact. And people give a lot of value, pay attention to the potential energy of money, even stocks and bonds, all of these things. They are not necessarily material things, but people worship those things. People want, they covet these things. Why? Is because what it gives them, or what they consider money to be giving them, which is what? Fulfillment. People don't want to live in a huge mansion and just being alone and worry that people will steal from them. That's not a good feeling. People would rather be in a smaller home and feel the sense of security, have loved ones around them, family, and feel the sense of security. People want security. They want what money can give them, which is security. If you want security, having more money is not necessarily going to give it to you. So what is money? Is like it's very tricky. Sometimes it makes you happy. Says, "Oh, money is a good thing. If I have it, I'm happy." But when you don't have it, you feel worry about it. So it fluctuates our emotions. Sometimes you feel sad about it. Sometimes you feel good about it. But it is basically a raw form of energy, and it's up to you what you're going to do with it. And Kabbalistically, we call it ourselves is the vessel. So money is the light that comes into the vessel. So how I will or what will I do with the money is up to me, but it's raw energy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so why maybe this explains, and that is my second question. Why are some people like always poor and some wealthy? How is it even possible?
Wow, that's a good question. uh, yes. Oh, I would say, how would the poor people become rich? I think all the poor people
Yeah.
to be rich. We all want to be rich. You see that? Let's talk about practically how to receive money, because money is raw energy, and we also need to know that the source of money is the light of the Creator, and we also want to. Everybody should know that money is a form of energy that the Creator wants everybody to have. The purpose of the Creator or the creation is to sustain the world. The world has to be sustained. The desire of the Creator is to sustain all of us. Now, because there is infinite amount of light and there are finite amount of vessels, we say everybody has a vessel, the Creator will only give to you to the degree that you want to receive it. The Creator will not force you to have it. So how much you have is the exact desire of how much you want it. If you don't want it, you're not going to have it. Or if you only want it that much, that's how much you're going to have it. Now, everybody in the street, if you ask them, you want to be a billionaire? Yeah, sure. Are you willing to do what it takes to be? I'm not sure. Tell me what I need to do first. And some people say, wow, why should I do this? Well, why should I do that? It means I have to make extra effort. It's just about buying the lottery ticket. Oh, okay. I'm not sure I'm going to sign up for that. People have a lot of negative beliefs about money, or which hold them back from having it, or they're not willing to put the work that needs to be done to actually obtain it. But the number one rule to receive money is to want it. The more you want it, the more you'll have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems logical, but then the first is that you need to want it, but then you need to have a system to sustain it. That's where maybe we can talk a little bit about the vessel, because if you don't have it, if you are not ready, then you are not ready, and you can win a lottery, but a few days after it, you go broke.
Yeah,
So
exactly. There's a lot of research being done on the lottery winners.
yeah.
Of them become broke, and one of the reasons is because if you don't change your perception of money, or if you don't change your habits of money, you will end up losing it. Because if you have the belief that you always have to spend all your money, even if you have $500 trillion, you will spend all of it right away. So
Uh-huh.
it's a mindset and it's habits, and if you don't change your mindset and habits, it doesn't matter how much money you'll have. The more you'll have, the more you spend, and that's it. You're going to end up with nothing again.
That's true. So let's talk about some prosperity principles
Yes.
everyone should know from a spiritual perspective, because a lot of people, especially here in our region, they don't know. Like we want money, but we don't know the deeper the principles about the circulation. And so let's talk about some principles. What would you say?
I like the principles, and you mentioned the word circuitry.
Yeah.
First step we say is the desire to have it. You need to want it, and you need to want a lot of it if you want a lot of it. The second step is I find rich people or people with a lot of money that don't share in the right way. Either they share from a place of ego, or they don't share enough of it, or maybe sometimes they even give too much of it. The idea of sharing needs to be very, very clear. Kabbalistically, we're talking about quantity, quality, and consistency of sharing. Quantity, in order to achieve complete circuitry, Kabbalistically, we recommend to give 10%. Why 10%? Because we live in a multi-dimensional realities. We have the reality of the physical world, that's the 10th dimension, but you also have 9 other dimensions called Sephirot, which is above this physical reality. It's a metaphysical reality that most people don't even know it exists. They only think this world is what exists. And what happens is, and that's why you ask why people are always poor and some people are always rich, is because the rich people somehow intentionally or not intentionally tapped into that metaphysical reality where all creative ideas and thoughts and being in the right place at the right time come to them, whether they are aware of it or they're not aware of it. But somehow they find themselves in the right place at the right time, making those decisions that make them money. So what is the difference? The difference is many times is if you know how much to share. How much to share is the quantity is the 10%. The moment you give the 10th dimension away, you have free access to the upper 9 dimensions. That's the first step. 10 to 20%. Now, quantity is not enough. You need quality. Quality is a mindset. What is a mindset? People may give just because they want to get. People may give just because they want people to know they gave. So they feel that it feeds their ego. If it feeds your ego, you limit how much blessings will come to you. If you think you own money and you're such a kind person for giving it away, forget about it. The reason why we give is because that's our destiny to give. Nobody tells us you should or shouldn't give. The creator is giving money to people for us to sustain the world, because that's the desire of the creator, to sustain the world. And you're not being asked too much. Just give the 10% away so you can remove the negative aspect of money. And then the 90% will be 100% blessed. The 90% left is a lot to bless you and to also give you the opportunity to bless others. Now, the third component is consistency. You cannot just do 10% one time. You need to be continuously doing it and doing it and doing it. I found money to be the most magical thing in the world. The moment you do it with the right state of mind, it comes back to you, multiplies itself, and you get way more. And it's amazing feeling when you do it in the right state of mind, and then you welcome more blessings into your life.
Mm-hmm. So then you open the circuitry and then it flows. So basically that's the flow then, but sometimes we block the flow. That's how the 10% actually it helps, but maybe sometimes also fears or another layers can like block completely the
Yeah.
flow.
Yes, Teresa. Thank you for mentioning that. Well, we have a lot of negative beliefs in many religions. Some religions, I know Christianity, they say that this money is the root of all evil, and we say, I don't understand. In Kabbalistically, the Creator wants to provide, and we need to ask for it. So why is it the root of all evil? What do we say in Kabbalah is that the ego attached to money, the respect you want from it, the desire for the self alone, the selfishness around it, the arguments, the hatred around it, the lust, all this negative energy, that's the root of all evil. The ego, not the money. The money is raw energy. So we have to let go of that belief that we don't deserve money or I'm not worthy of it. This must go away. Creator wants you to have it. All you have to do is receive it, to share it. That's all you gotta do. Some people think that because I failed in the past, I'll fail again. I'm not good with money. I'm not. If you're not good at it, get good at it. Get better at this. So the point is, you have to identify the negative belief, especially the belief that you were brought up with. You know, people with rich parents usually they have better mindset versus poor parents. So it's all about mindset at the end of the day. And through Kabbalah, you can identify what is my negative belief. We talk about based on your tikkun and based on your purpose in life. Everybody has certain things that they need to work on.
Yes, and definitely then you can change it and you can become a better person and to teach others. So that's yeah. Um, okay, so what would we say to people who actually now are broke or in debt, poverty? How to get out of that place?
Wonderful question. I have a great hack for you. Write down how much money you want to receive and commit to give 10% of it. I know it may sound too good to be true, but whatever it is, let's say you make 10,000, make a decision to make 20,000, but you have to set a date. So if you want to make 20,000, double your income, triple your income, or just increase it by 10 to 20%, you decide what you think you're capable of. Make that decision. I want more. Pray about it, meditate on it, ask for it, visualize it, whatever it is, awaken your desire for it. Say how much you want, by what date, and how much you want to give, and make sure it's at least 10 to 20%. But look at it and think about it every day.
Yes. And this is also important to be concrete and to be confident about it, because someone who is fearful around money, people like say, I don't know, I'm not sure, and that can be the cause.
Yeah,
Like if you don't know, you can't receive.
right. That's absolutely the enemy of money is doubt, self-doubt,
Yeah.
doubting the system, doubting. And again, to overcome doubt with money, you give, knowing that you will receive, and once you receive it, it awakens more certainty. That's the only way to get there. Give with certainty, you're going to get more. That's it. And once you get more, you will increase your certainty.
Okay. Let's talk about the quality of money, actually about the energy of money, because it depends on the state of consciousness, how you draw the money. If you draw it like with the bad intention or with the good intention. So is there such a thing like bad money or evil money and good money, divine money, or not?
Look, as we said, good question. As we said, money is raw energy. There's only
Yeah.
good intention or bad intention. If I draw money, which is light, for the sake of hurting somebody, for the sake of building weapons that will destroy the world, that's not a good thing. But if I channel money, like I love the Zohar, if I channel more money to buy more Zohars, give Zohars into the world, or anything that will help the world be a better place, let's step out of just about me. Let's think about how we can channel more light, use money as light to bring more infinite abundance to the world. So it's the mindset of the person. We've seen whether it's leaders of countries and places around the world that money is being used in the wrong way and creates darkness and problems. We've seen countries who prosper because they use that energy for the sake of sharing. So we see it here in the United States, and we see it everywhere in the world.
Yeah, so it's just a tool and we are meant to use it. And it definitely depends on the state of consciousness, what you will do with it. So another question is, you mentioned it already. I see it every day that many, let's say, spiritual people are broke or poor,
Mm-hmm.
and that it's a kind of like pride in it, I would say. But they sometimes they say it's actually a good thing, or that they have to be poor to be religious, spiritual. So why do we even think like that? I don't know. Where does it come from?
First of all, I think it's really, I don't want to judge anybody, but the Creator wants to give you more. Why do you don't want to receive? Why not receive? The word Kabbalah means to receive. Why not? I don't know what the belief of the spiritual people that they say I'd rather be poor, but I'd rather be rich and then I can help more people. Why be poor and be not be as influential as you rich? Wealth is not just money; it's wisdom. It's amazing, beautiful heart and people who want to help. I think Mother Teresa talking about. Did she care about having a lot of money? She just wanted to help people. So I would say, it's better to be rich. You can use money to do more good things, but money is not the only way to help and inspire people. But why not have more of it so you can share more of it? I'm just saying, let's just keep it simple.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody has their spiritual beliefs, and that's okay. My spiritual belief is have more of it so you can give more of it. That's very simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. We can do a big change in the world. And then I was like thinking about the entrepreneurs, and if the creator wants entrepreneurs or needs, but at the end of the day, it's all about the flow. So it's just a tool or a role to be an entrepreneur, and you are a channel and you create
Right?
something and put it into the world. So, but you can do it anyway. You don't have to be an entrepreneur, but maybe this is the better channel for it. You can have a bigger.
The Creator wants to reveal its light in the world. The Creator wants to reveal light in the world. And personally, I donate, but I also inspire other people to donate. That's my way of sharing. It doesn't have to be your money. You can, as people do crowdfunding in entrepreneurship, right? They use other people's money to reveal light. I
Mm-hmm.
said, reveal light in the world. That's the point. If it's through a product or a service or a Zohar, the purpose, the Creator wants to be revealed. How are you going to do this? What's your unique way of revealing that light?
Yes, maybe we can wrap up with the stories from the Bible, because there are a lot of stories of wealthy people, even a very wealthy women, like the money or the prosperity was the baseline actually. So maybe we can get some inspiration from the ancient times and put it into 21st century, maybe, because a lot of women also think that they like don't need their own money, and they are very often like dependent on their husband or man, but that's not the blueprint
No,
actually.
not at all. Not at all. In fact, if you look
Yeah.
at countries that women are not in power and that they're being belittled and the power of the women is being taken away, it's poor countries. Women who get their power in countries, these are wealthier countries. You can see that. Why do we explain it in Kabbalah? The woman is the vessel. Without a vessel, you're not going to have light. That's why we say behind every successful woman, a man, there is a woman. Why? Because the woman is a vessel. Man only has the potential light, but he needs a woman to manifest. He needs a vessel. Woman is in the nature of a vessel. That's why women needs to be getting power.
Hmm. True. So let's give to our listeners some more practical tools. We mentioned sharing the 10%, any other ideas how to increase the flow of money, how to increase the prosperity, more maybe what the mindset should be like?
Well, I definitely seems this is a podcast about Kabbalah. I can give you other things in mind, but one of the things that helped me personally, there is a certain section from the Zohar that by reading this every day, it's called Portion Miketz, verse 106, 13. If you read it every day with intention to receive more, to share, you will get more. It's the section talking about Joseph, that he became from a person, poor person in prison, he became the king of Egypt and the channel of light of prosperity for the world. So by reading this section and understanding the mindset of Joseph, everybody can be a channel. So strongly.
Yeah, that's very inspiring. Okay, so I think that is for today. Let's be prosper. Let's prosper, all
Let's
of
prosper.
us,
I love that.
and let's spread the light. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you, or thanks to our listeners to watch this video. If you like it, you can share it. You can subscribe to this channel, and see you next time.
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Thank you. See you soon.